So guys, like in the last session, we started with uh, what is basically the transforming of the data, like why should I transform the data? And basically, whenever you want to perform this kind of a transformations are nothing but some kind of a modifications to the data, guys, right? It's going to be something like a modifications. So whenever you want to perform this kind of a modifications, what basically we have to perform, guys? So it is nothing but what we basically say that it is nothing but by using something called as a Power Query editor. So what we call it as, guys, it is what we call it as a Power Query editor. Using this Power Query editor, you can make some changes. It's going to be we can make some changes to the data. Just a minute. Okay. So we can make the changes to the data by using, which is going to be the Power Query editor. We can make the changes. So mainly in Power Query editor, what is the main objective here is whenever you perform any changes, whenever you perform any transformation to that particular table or a query, what we call it as, each and every step is going to be maintained as a log there. So what is the main purpose of that particular each and every step will be maintained as a log? Because it is indirectly is going to be nothing but what we can say is to know what are the changes that we have been done. So we need not to make a note of that. Everything Power BI will maintain the log of each and every step. So what step you applied? So what are the changes you have done to the table? So I'll show you some examples. It's not your batch. Maybe I'll show you the other batches files. I'll show you once. Have a look at that. Just have a look at that. For example, let us take the morning 9:30 a.m. batch. Recently only they completed all the transformations. They're about to start the visualization from the tomorrow's class. Let me show you the example once. So what is the importance of transformations is you can see not just like one or two transformations. We can perform as many transformations we can perform it. I'll just show you once. Have a look at that once carefully once. Right. So this is the, don't worry, this is not report. It's not a matter at all. So go to the transform data here now. If you see that in the last class also we have seen which is going to be what we can see is we have taken some tables. How many tables we have taken? Hardly somewhere around 7-8 tables are there. See there how many tables are there here? There are almost all 60 tables are available here now. So many tables we imported, so many tables we created. And if you observe carefully some of the examples, if we can see there how many types of transformations we have been performed it. We have done a lot of transformation. See this example here now. See this example here now. How many transformations we done? Observe carefully. This is your original table, guys. This is going to be your original table. That means whatever the name, for example, just an example, name and a date of joining, some data was there. But after that, if you can see that lot of changes we have done here now. We created some copies of the table. We renamed the columns. We extracted the year. We calculated start of the year. We calculated end of the year. Again, we created some duplicates of the columns. Again, we renamed the columns. Again, we extracted the month name, calculated the number of days in the month. Okay, and calculated what is going to be start of the month, calculated end of the month. See there, renamed the columns, calculated which quarter it belongs to, calculated what is the start of the quarter. See how many columns are there, guys. Initially, this was the table. Guys. And by the time it has been, this is your table. These many columns we have been added up extra. So these are all the transformations which we have done basically on this particular, whatever that particular data, what we have been got done here now. That is the basic concept of how we have to work with this particular transformations. Lot of examples we'll do in case, lot of transformations we are going to do. Sometimes it is going to be a few transformations. Sometimes it is going to be a many transformations what we can perform on that particular table. On the right hand side, you see there, it is going to be some kind of a transformations. Okay. So like this, guys, we can perform some lot of transformations is there. Let me, which is going to be open our file, guys. Our file was there here only, right? On the desktop only, I have saved it. Where is the file? This one. This is a file which we have been opened here now. So in the last class, we have saved the file. we imported some 6 or 7 tables. Initially, I have shown how to import the data from CSV files. And apart from that, we also imported the data from Excel sheets. And apart from that, we also have created the tables manually also, guys. Manually, we entered the data, right? Manually, how to enter the data also I've shown you. So here, this is the way, get the data. You can see get the data from CSV files, text or CSV files, we can import the data. From Excel workbook, multiple ways are there. From here, we can import. From Excel workbook, we can import it. Or else, even we have seen about this, enter the data. So whenever I say enter the data, so it is just like an Excel sheet kind of a thing, it will open. So we can just enter that particular data also, we can enter the data. That is what we have seen. And see how many tables are there, some 7 or 8 tables. I think some tables we imported, some tables we entered the data. Let me open. Yeah, just give me a second, guys. I'll be back. Please be online. Right. Sorry, guys. Let's continue. So yeah, so this is the one which we have seen about those particular operations, guys. So this is going to be some of the options what we can work on these applications, guys. Right. So this is the one which we have imported, and yesterday I have shown you how to create the groups and all these things we have covered about that. So why should I create the groups? This is the way how we can create the groups. We can see the groups here, guys. Again, we can ungroup them if you want. See, it's very easy, guys. We can ungroup them, guys. Right click here, and just if you ungroup them, automatically they will be again, that will be normally, again, it is going to be adds up, guys. Again, that will be coming again back as usually. Okay, so these groups are only just to, what we can say that is only just to easy maintenance of the tables only, but there is nothing advantages there. So again, I'm creating it, guys. For example, you can select the groups, whatever the tables you require, right click there. Okay, move to the group, new group is there. So I just created a group name. Let us say that it is going to be products table. At a time, you can move the tables, whatever you want. Select this another tables here, guys. If you want, select some tables and right click here. And again, move to the group, either to the existing groups or either to the new group also, what we can see. For example, I said sales group is there. Like this, you can easily, we can move from one table to another table, from here to here, again from here to here, again from here to here, however you want. We can just group it. So these are only just to maintain. That means nothing advantage is there. It is only just to manage the tables in an easy way only. We are going to work with them, guys. Okay. Now, apart from that, we are going to do some kind of an transformations we are going to do, guys. So what type of transformation? So here mainly, so we imported the tables, the data was ready. So we created the groups. We understood about what is query settings on the right hand side. And here in the middle, there is a table is there. Sometimes even the query settings is there, guys. Just undo this option if you want, you can close it. Don't worry, if there is any query settings is closed, go to the view and simply click on the query settings here, guys. So here we can see the whatever the query settings option, what we can see with the data, guys. Now, so slowly, guys, so one by one, we'll start up them. So see, we know what is this new sources, this particular option. New sources is, it will ask you from which source you want to import it. You can just select any one of these option, or you can click on the more option here now. That is one technique, what we can say that. Here also we can select the option, guys. Files are there. You can select the type of the file. Right now, I'm not discussing any databases. I'm not discussing about any Azure. I'll show you guys in Azure. We can use Azure Blob Storages, CosmoDB we can use. If it is possible, Azure HD Insights. Okay, HD Insights we can get it. It's not mandatory for you. Azure Databricks, how to pick the Azure Databricks. All these are, we are going to be, we'll work on these particular applications. Okay, later we'll see them. Now the tables are ready. the tables are ready, guys, we can start with the transformations. Even this also we have an idea. Enter the data also we have the idea. Here also, guys, here also we can click on the same enter button. Here also we can enter the data. Next, these options we can't understand now itself, guys. What is manage parameters, what is going to be properties, what is advanced properties, advanced editor, you cannot understand right now. So that's why we will start our applications from here onwards, guys. From here onwards, we are going to start with an application. These options we have to first cover up them, guys. First, we'll start from here, guys. So very easy. It is going to be, I'll tell you one by one, very easy, guys. So before coming to the Power BI, we generally think that these are going to be sometimes when you see in online, when you're going through some videos, it looks like somewhat complex. But once you come here and work with this particular practical implementation, these concepts are going to be a very simple concepts as it is. So first we'll start with the first option called as, see guys, we are having the option called as nothing but what we are having is, guys, there is an option called as an manage column options is there, guys. What is option, guys? It is going to be manage columns is the name of the option, guys. In manage columns, the option is there. Here we can see, guys, manage columns is there. So can you see there? There you can see, guys, manage columns is there. In manage, from here I'm starting with this, guys. In manage column, there are two options are there, guys. One is going to be choose columns. Very easy, guys. Somebody has to just explain what is the option is meant for. That's it. If you specify the option, remaining anybody can handle it, guys. If you have a little bit basic knowledge, choose columns, and we have a one more option called as nothing but what we can call it as remove columns. So the name itself suggests you saying that choose, tell me which columns you require, which columns you don't require, because because we don't require all the columns all the times, guys, isn't it? So the table may contain so many columns, but we don't require all the columns every time. So that's why you can choose which columns you want to keep, which columns you want to remove. That is what basically we have to work on this application, guys. So just nothing is there. Managing the columns is nothing but what we can do is, guys, just we can manage the columns, which columns you want to keep, which columns you want to remove. That is what basically we are going to choose, guys. Now, again, in choose columns, guys, there are two options will be there, guys. What are the two options, guys? Choose columns, again, one more sub option, choose columns, and one more option is going to be nothing but it is go to column, guys. And here there is an two options again. Here it is going to be again, there is another sub option called as remove columns. And we also have another option called as, which is nothing but remove, which is going to be other columns. So very easy, just totally these two options contain another total 4 sub options totally, guys. Very simple, guys. First option is nothing but choose columns. Whenever we select this option, guys, there is going to be some list of whatever the column names are there in the table. That list is going to be displayed, guys. Just it will display all the column names. Just what you do, guys, select the columns which you want to keep and just deselect the columns which you don't want to keep. That's it. Just what you have to do is, guys, just check boxes. There is a list of check boxes will be there. Each checkbox represent one column name. So just select it, tick mark. So once if you select it, once you just select that checkbox, that column it will keep. Remaining columns, whatever we didn't selected, those columns will be gets removed, guys. That's it, guys. Apart from nothing is there. You need not to write any code for that. You need not to write any logic for that, or we need not to write any application there. Simple check boxes. That's it. See there. Sometimes we can see, guys, there are so many columns will be there. See there, for example, let us talk about this table called as, for example, okay, let us say that, okay, whatever it may be, fact internet sales table was there, guys. In the table, there are so many columns are there, guys. See, so many columns are there. How many columns are there? You can see there at the bottom, you can see, guys. How many columns are there? Totally, there are 26 columns are there. But I don't require all the 26 columns. I don't require it at the reporting level. I may require 6 or 7 columns I require. So simple, what you do, guys, choose columns. There we have the option called as and choose columns is there. Apart from that, there is an option called as and go to column. So choose columns. So coming to the choose columns, guys, just what you have to do, guys, nothing to do. Just see all the columns are selected. Then what you do is, guys, deselect these columns. Now you select it. Just what are the columns you require? Only select those particular columns only, guys. Like, so I'll sell product key, ordered quantity. Let us say what is going to be sales amount. What is going to be nothing but order date. What is the some? This some few columns, guys. Order quantity. Let us say unit price will be there. Where is the unit price? Sales amount. Just a minute once. Unit price. So like this, just a few columns I have been selected, guys. So 1, 2, 3, it is going to be 4 and 5. Out of the 26 columns, I selected 4 columns, guys. Once 5 columns. Once if I click on OK, it will remove all the remaining columns, guys. It will remove the other columns. See here we can apply. It will automatically add one step here now. It will immediately, it will add up some step here, guys. Just click on OK. Automatically one step has been added here, guys. Can you see? Previously we have up to here, but here we can see remove the other columns option has came, guys. Remove other columns. Why? Because we have removed the other column. Whatever the columns we selected, those columns it is going to be keeping. Remaining columns it has been got removed, guys. So remove other columns is what we can see them. So see, finally, if we can observe carefully, those columns has now become which is going to be 5 columns. That's it, guys. It is going to be 5 columns. What we can see that. That's it, guys. Apart from nothing is there. And don't worry, as I said that, explore the things. Don't worry about if I remove the column, what happens, or if I remove these columns, what happens. No need to worry about that. Why? Because even if you remove the columns also, guys, you can get the columns as it is. We can get it, guys. Once again, we have a step is there. Just remove the step here, guys. Your columns will be again back. Again, the 26 columns does not matter. Again, it is going to be the 26 columns will be back as usually, guys. Nothing to worry about that. So like this, we can just manage the columns, and this is the way how we can handle this application, guys. Except that nothing is there. Except that nothing is going to be there, guys. So that is the way how we have to work with. So the way how we can just work with this kind of a techniques. Okay. So once again, if you want, again, you can select it, guys. Again, it is going to be choose columns. Just there is a checkbox will be there. Just we have to select the checkboxes. Product key. Okay. Let us say whatever it may be, order quantity. Maybe for example, sales order number. For example, I'm selecting sales order number, unit price. Any discounted price is there. Any discounted amount if you want. What is the sales amount and what is going to be order date. Just a few columns, 6 or 7 columns I selected. 7 columns I selected. And you can see the 7 columns. So we can see the 7th column. You can see the application. That's it, guys. Apart from nothing is there. So this is going to be the application. So don't worry to do any kind of exploration. So don't hesitate, guys. So if you want to do, if you have a doubt, if I click here, what will happen? So no need to worry about that. Just simply what you do is, guys, simply just do the required action. If anything happens, nothing to worry about that, because everything you can again revert back as it is just by undoing the step here. Remove the other columns. What we can do that. That's it, guys. That is the first option called as choose columns. The next option is going to be nothing but the next option, guys. It is going to be nothing but go to column. What is go to column, guys? Go to column is not going to decide which columns you want to keep or which columns you want to remove. Sometimes I'll ask you to select some columns, guys. So for example, sometimes not now. So in coming classes, I want to perform some transformation on a column. So then what we have to do is we have to select a column. So I'll say select this column and then perform this transformation. Sometimes see there are too many columns are there, guys. So searching a column is a little bit confusion for us. For example, I want to select unit price. So where is that unit price column is there? You have to search like this. Manually we have to search. Sometimes it may be, sometimes you may not be able to find it, guys, because sometimes you may try to find out with some different name. That name is going to be different. That's why whenever you want to go to a particular column, that means just a navigation. It won't decide any column. It actually, this is not a step at all, guys. Go to column is not a step. See, when you remove the columns, it automatically added one step here now. Go to column is not a step because it is not applying any changes to the table. Isn't it? It is not going to apply any changes to the table, guys. That's why what we have to do is whenever you want to navigate from one column to another column, generally very rarely we use as, guys, but option was there. Just one. Just if you know the concept, sometimes it may be helpful, guys. So choose column. We have a go to column is there. I know that there is a column name is there, but I don't know whether it is going to be unit price or whether it is a unit underscore price or what is the price of the product. I don't know. So simply what you do is guys, price. Simple. The price can be anywhere. It need not to be at the starting position, or it need not to be at the ending position, or it can be somewhere in the middle also, guys. See there, price, it is at the last. Price, it is somewhere in the middle also, guys. It is going to be somewhere in the middle also, we can see it, guys. So simple, you can select the column and I can go there. See, it will, right now I selected order date key because you see it has been highlighted. Click on OK. It will navigate to the unit price column. It is only just about navigation. Apart from navigation, nothing is there, guys. So go to column does not decide which columns you want to keep and which columns you want to remove, guys. It is all about the basic idea is nothing but it is only just all about the concept of just moving, navigating to the required columns is only the navigational what we are going to be working with them. Apart from that, nothing is there in the concept, guys. That is what we call it as this go to column. That's it, guys. These are going to be some of the options which we have to study about them. So that's it, guys. Only the first option only is going to remove some columns. Whereas the second option, go to column, is not going to decide any columns there. It is only just, it is going to decide which column you want to do, which columns you want to navigate. We have to specify that. And go to column does not decide anything, guys. Simple. It is a simple navigation between the columns is going to be what we can say about that. Next, what is the next option, guys? Next option is nothing but it's very clear. Removing of columns. It's removing of columns, guys. See, we have an option called as a remove columns. Which columns you want to remove? For example, just I'll do one thing, just a small column, small table, I'll take it so that you can see the difference. I can select the required columns, guys. Multi columns also we can select it. Control plus click. All of you know that, guys. Hold the control key and press. Automatically we can select the column. So I selected these 3 columns, guys. Now, do you want to remove these 3 columns? Or do you want to delete the other columns? 2 options are there, guys. Whatever the columns you selected, do you want to remove them? Or do you want to remove the columns which are not selected? For every option, there is a tooltip is available, guys. Remove columns, you can see there. When you put a pointer there, you will get the option, guys. Remove the currently selected columns from the table. Remove the currently, whatever the columns are there. So just we have to select those particular columns. We have to select it, guys. Very clear, guys. It is going to be nothing but remove the selected columns. Below that, we have another option is there, guys. Below that, we have another options are there, guys. That is nothing but what we can say remove, which is going to be other columns. What is remove other columns, guys? Remove all the columns from this table except the column selected ones, except the currently selected ones. That means except the selected columns, remaining columns we have to remove, guys. Except the selected columns, remaining columns we have to remove, guys. That is what basically we say about this particular, the concept of how we have to work with this concept application. So see there, if I select this option, guys, remove columns, it looks to be very simple option for some of them, guys. But option is there, so we have to discuss it, guys. So don't think that we are spending a lot of time on these, guys. So only one time, again and again, we don't come back because every option is available. Every option that is provided, we have to learn it. So sometimes I can leave it to you, but sometimes what will happen here is if I leave it to you, some people will learn, some people won't learn from that. So they'll think that, okay, let us leave them later whenever it is required. So at least if you have an option is there, whenever you require them, you can just work with those applications. We can work with them, guys. Okay. So that's why what I'm going to do is I'm just whenever there is an option is there, if it is possible to discuss, I will discuss about that particular I'm going to discuss about those particular option. See there, I just selected the option called as, which is going to be remove the columns. Only the columns I selected will be removed, guys, if you want. Remaining columns are as it is. Now again, undo this step here, guys. Again, the same technique. Select some columns, random columns only selected, guys. I selected the other columns now. Remove the other columns. So except the 4 columns which I selected, the remaining columns it will remove, guys. So that is the way how we can just work with this application here now. Okay. So that is all about the concept, guys. And that is going to be the technique what we have to work with this an application, guys. Right. So that is all about this particular option. That's it, guys. Apart from nothing is there. Apart from nothing is going to be there, guys, right? So this is the one which we can see about this particular concept, guys. Next, same as it is, guys, we are having something called as, which is going to be nothing but keep rows. Simple technique, guys. I need not to spend more time on this, guys. Manage columns. Only just there are going to be 4 options are available, guys. So what are the options here now? Manage columns, and we are going to be having, which is going to be what we can say that it is going to be nothing but what we can say is, we can say that remove the columns. Which columns you want to keep and which columns you want to remove. Just we have to decide it. Same technique, which rows you want to keep, which rows you want to remove, guys. Which rows you want to keep and which rows you want to remove, we have to select it. You know that concept difference now, guys? Say keep rows and remove rows. This is nothing but what we can call it as reducing the rows. Reducing the rows, guys. That means number of rows will be reduced. Okay, whether you specify which rows you want to keep, which rows you want to remove, anyhow, some rows are going to be reduced, guys. But don't expect that, like whenever I selected a column here now, that means, for example, if you select a column here, guys. So just like how I selected a column, don't think that I'll select a row and I will decide which row you want to remove, which row you want to keep. It's not like that, guys. It is not going to be something like that, guys. It is not based on your selection. It is not based on your selection, guys. Okay. So there is a criteria that will be there. It is not based on your selection, guys. It is completely based on some criteria. Like, for example, see this. We are having the option called as, which is going to be keep rows, and we are having an option called as nothing but remove rows. 2 options are there, guys, isn't it? Keep rows and we are having a remove rows. In columns, we have choose columns, we have a remove columns. Coming to rows, we have a keep rows and remove rows. See, guys, what are the options are there? Keep, which is going to be top rows. So what is meaning of keeping the top rows, guys? It will ask you how many rows you want to keep. If I say keep the 10 rows, keep the top 10 rows. You know what is meaning of top, guys? Top means the first 10 rows you want to keep, remaining rows you have to remove, guys. That means, you know that, for example, if n number of rows are there, it will keep 10 rows. For example, if I say keep top 10 rows, guys, it will ask you how many rows you want to keep. For example, if I say keep top 10, first 10 it will keep, remaining whatever n minus 10 is there, that will be removed, guys. Same as it is, remove top rows, we are having the option called as remove top rows, guys. Coming to removing top rows, it is quite opposite of that. If I say remove top 10 rows, what it is going to do is, guys, it will remove the top 10 rows and it is going to be whatever the remaining n minus 10 rows are there, that it is going to keep, guys. So like this, it is going to be keeping the top rows and keeping the bottom rows is going to be how we have to work with them, guys. Just nothing is there. You just decide which rows you want to keep, which rows you want to remove. Same technique, guys. Keep, which is going to be bottom rows. What is meaning of keep bottom rows, guys? It is going to keep the rows from the bottom. Same as it is going to be remove the bottom rows, guys. Keep bottom rows and keep bottom rows and remove the bottom rows, guys. And third one is nothing but it is going to be keep, which is going to be range of rows. I'll explain them, guys. What about the keep range of rows it is? Then we have to go for same as it is. Here we have an option called as remove alternate rows. Keep range of rows, and we are having something called as, it's not range of rows, guys. I'll explain them. It is going to be remove what we can call it as alternate rows, guys. I'll tell you what is meaning of alternate rows. Same as it is. I'm not writing again and again, guys. Keep duplicates. Here we are having the option called as remove duplicates. Keep duplicates, remove duplicates. Same concept, guys, with a small change. Here, keep errors. Here it is going to be nothing but remove errors concept is there, guys. Keep errors and we are having remove errors, guys. And third option is going to be, next option is going to be nothing but, here there are 5 options, but there is another option is there, guys. It is going to be remove blank rows. Almost all same, guys. Keep top rows, remove top rows. Keep bottom rows, remove bottom rows. Keep range of rows, remove alternate rows. Remove duplicates, keep duplicates. Remove errors, keep errors. one extra option is there, blank rows. So here there are 5 options are there. Here there are going to be 6 options are there. There are 5 and 6 options. Nothing to do, guys. Which options you selected, that option it will work, guys. That's it, guys. Apart from that, nothing is there. Apart from that, nothing is there in the concept, guys. Okay. So to make you understand this concept, I'll do one thing, guys. I take any table. Generally, we can take any table, guys. But if you have more number of rows are there, you can't decide it. That means you can't understand it. For example, I delete, there are 100 rows are there. If I say keep 10 rows, okay, keep 10 rows means 90 rows it will remove, it will keep 10 rows. But which 10 rows it is keeping? Is it really keeping the first 10 rows or really it is keeping the last 10 rows? We cannot decide it. That's why what I will do, guys, I will enter my own data. As I said that now, guys, sometimes to make you understand the concept, I will enter the data and after that remaining we can handle it, guys. So what is the option here is, guys, let us say that your employees table is there, guys. Already we entered the data, right? Already 5 rows already we entered, guys. Can you see? Already 5 rows we have been entered. Let us add some more records, guys. How can you add the records, guys? These values, this, for example, this data we have imported, guys. This data we cannot edit here. Everything we have to do it from the file only, because this data we didn't enter the data, guys. So what you have to do is, guys, go to a table which is already, otherwise I can enter a new data also, guys. Instead of wasting my time, it is only matter of 5 records, guys. So what I can do is, guys, can you see on the right hand side, we have a source button is there, right? So if you select the table on the right hand side, there is a source is there. Just click on this edit button, guys. Again, the same Excel kind of a thing will come. But don't expect that it comes for all the tables, guys. For example, select this table and go to the source and just click on the edit. It won't allow you to do, guys. It will tell you from where the data is coming. Okay, from what type of file it is coming. We can't edit the data. You can edit only the data what you have entered. But whatever the data we imported from some files, we can't edit that particular data, guys. We can't edit them. Okay. So now that's why what I will do, guys, I'll take the data yesterday we entered, guys. So edit it here now. So add up a little bit more records, guys. Let us say 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, and it is going to be 11, guys. Otherwise, you add up an extra. Instead of adding 1, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, and 1005, 1006, and I say 1007, and it's going to be 1008, 1009, and 1010, and it is going to be 1011 and 1012. Why I'm doing that? Because is on the left hand side, already we have the sequence of numbers, guys. Isn't it? Just like an Excel sheet, you will get the sequence of numbers. So we'll get confused with this. That's why let me enter some different values. Names and all these things not matter for us, guys. You enter any data, whatever the data you want to enter, you can just enter the data, guys. Just enter some random data only. It's not a matter for us because our data, our concentration is not on the data here, guys. Our just concentration is going to be only on the, what we can say is just removing the rows. That's it. So whatever the data you enter does not matter. So it's going to be 4,500, 2,300, let us say 2,000, 4,000, something like 3,500, something 1,200. Any data, guys, does not matter. Something around 1,800 or 1,850 or 1,820, whatever you want. Here, guys, 20. Here it is at 10, again at 10, again at 20, 20, and again at 10, 30, maybe a 40. Click on OK. Hope all of you are able to understand, guys. I already entered the data yesterday. Just what I did is, instead of again creating a new data, what I did is, guys, I just edited the same table and added extra some more records, guys. Now there are 12 records are there. You can see there. Okay, so you can see 12 records are there. So this is the data what we can see. See, guys, how simple it is going to be. You can just remove the rows, whatever the rows you want to remove, you can remove, guys. First we'll start with keep. After that we'll go for the remove, guys. See what I'm doing, guys, nothing to do. Come here, keep rows. Can you see, guys? There are 5 options are there. Keep top rows, keep bottom rows, keep range of rows, keep errors, keep duplicates. Removing of rows is same as it is, guys. Remove top rows, remove bottom rows, remove alternate rows, remove duplicates, remove errors, and remove blank rows. Same option, guys. Remove top rows, remove bottom rows, remove alternate rows, remove duplicates, remove range of rows, sorry, remove blank rows, and we have the remove errors are there. So simple, what I'm going to do here is, guys, select the column. Nothing to do, guys. Select the column. No need to select the columns, guys. Which column you selected does not matter. See there. I'm selecting keep, which is going to be keep top rows. How many rows you want to keep? 5. So first 5 rows it will keep, remaining rows it will remove, guys. That means 1001 to 1005 it will keep, remaining from 1006 whatever the data was there, that it will remove, guys. It is removing the remaining values, guys. Just again, don't worry, again undo the step, guys, because again I want the data back, guys. Next, I want to keep, which is going to be bottom rows, guys. Keep bottom rows. Keep bottom 10 rows, guys. See that keep, when I say keep bottom 10 rows, what is happening, you can see, guys. Or keep bottom 5 rows. What is meaning of bottom 5 rows, guys? It is going to be from the bottom 5 rows, 12, 11, 10, 9, and 8. But don't think that data will come in reverse order. It will come like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 only. Remaining at the top, whatever the 8 records or 7 records are there, those are going to be removed, guys. Simply click on OK. First, whatever the rows are there, it has been removed. Whatever the bottom, we are having the last 5 records, only those records it is going to be keeps, guys. Okay, so keep top rows and keep, which is going to be bottom rows, guys. Now, for example, I don't want the first 4 rows. For example, if you want to keep the first 5 rows, we'll go for top 5. If you want to keep the bottom 5 rows, then I'll go for which is going to be bottom 5. But let us say that I want to start from here, guys. These 5 rows I want to keep, guys. These 5 rows I want to keep, guys. These 5 rows, right? 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008. In that case, what we have to do is range of rows. It will ask you where you want to start the first row. From which row you want to keep. I want to say that it is the 4th row. It won't ask you up to which row you want to keep. How many rows you want to keep. You specify that I want to keep 5 rows. So if I specify 5 rows, 1004, that means if I start from the 4th row, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, up to there it is going to keep, guys. If I say 6, it will keep up to 9. So where you want to start and how many rows you want to keep, that is going to be what we have to specify, guys. Just we have to specify those options we have to do, guys. So see there, it is going to be choose, which is going to be keep the, which is going to be range of rows. You can see, guys, first row you want to, which is the first row. I want to start from the 4th row. How many rows you want to keep? 5. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I say 7, guys, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Isn't it? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, guys. Totally up to 4th record to 10th record, it will keep, guys. Above the 4, whatever the 3 records are there, those are deleted. Below the 10, whatever the 2 records are there, that also has been deleted. Only keeping a range of rows. This is what we call it as keep range of rows, guys. See that? Keep range of rows. That's it. So keep top rows, keep bottom rows, and keep which is going to be range of rows. So this is going to be how we are going to be gets working with this concept of the keeping the rows and removing of rows, guys. Okay, so it's not yet completed, guys. So actually tomorrow, actually I didn't have a plan to take the session, but I want to complete tomorrow, guys. These options I want to complete off, guys. So some options are left over. No, still there are 2 options are there. And here also there are 6 options are there. That is very easy, guys. Remove the rows, remove the top rows, remove the bottom rows. Plus I have to complete these topics also we have to cover. Why? Because already some people, some participants already completed up to here. From Monday onwards, I have to start from here, guys. So I thought that it will be completed, but it was not completed. So what I will do, guys, tomorrow you have the class as usually, guys, at same time, 5 p.m. Same time, 5 p.m. we have the class. And what will happen, what we are going to do, guys, tomorrow we are going to complete these particular options. And then from Monday, we're going to start with from this particular data type. These 2 options we are not going to cover up now because I'm going to cover them in the later classes. Whenever the requirement comes, I'll discuss about them. Okay. So tomorrow we'll complete off the remaining options, guys. Even I can take some time, but these options will take a little bit time. It will take it, guys, because keep errors and all these things I have to discuss a little bit. But tomorrow I'll complete off, guys. So tomorrow I have the same time at 5 o'clock. We have that class. We are having the same time, guys. And you can just will complete off the remaining options. From Monday, I'll start with modifying of data type concepts. I'll start it from the Monday's class, guys. Okay. And one more thing, guys, almost all, I think some of you already registered, and still some people who has been joining this week. If you have not registered for the course, guys, from tomorrow onwards, the link will be changing, guys. Okay. So that's why if you want to continue the course from tomorrow onwards, you have to complete of registration by either by today or by tomorrow before the session. You have to complete it, guys. So I recommend you to complete of the registration earlier itself. So at last minute, maybe if you after 5 o'clock, if you do the payment and then if you share the links, the backend team won't share you guys because they don't get the update on that. So either possible today you registered, guys, and there is a process is there. You can send the screenshots to the email ID. And if you have any doubts or if you have any issues with the payment and registration, you can reach me out, guys. So I'm sharing my number also, guys. I'm sharing my number here now. If you have any problem or any issues with that, so you can just reach me on my WhatsApp number, guys. I've shared the number 80080777117. That is my contact number, guys. So try to reach my backend team in the case if you have any issues with the payment and all these things. So just you can reach me on my WhatsApp number. But don't after the class is started, some people says that, sir, we done the payment, we didn't get the link. So that's why I'm suggesting that before the class itself, at least 1 hour, 2 hours before, if you can complete your registration process, so they will share you the link and you can get the access to the links, guys. Okay. So who has already done the registration, you can just ignore it. You can join tomorrow, but a new link will come, guys. Please check with the new link. Please check your emails. You will get the new link to your email ID. So please join with the new link for the tomorrow's class, guys. Who has already registered and who has not yet registered, guys, please complete your registration for process tomorrow to get the updated link. Okay. That's it for the today's class. Anyone, guys, any questions?
Yeah, hi, sir.
Yes, hi.
Actually, in the keeping rows are remove rows.
Yes. Yeah.
So, can we able to give any condition like the
No.
salary a bit?
No, no,
Okay.
no, no. It's only the top rows, and it's going to be, that is whatever you are asking is going to be. It's a kind of an filtering of data that is
Yes.
actually not comes here now. So that also will do that. Why? Because depending on some condition, we want to remove some rows, right?
Yes.
Obviously. So how to do that later classes. But as of now, this is going to be only the option. These are predefined options, right? So we have to use as it is. It is not based on any particular criteria like conditions. It is only based on either top rows, bottom rows, errors, duplicates, blank rows. Only those are the criteria for that. How to remove the rows based on your condition, we'll see it in the later applications, guys.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. Right. Any others, guys? Any others? If you have any questions. Okay. So all of you understood, guys, what I have explained. So tomorrow we have the class as usually. Generally Saturdays I don't have the class, but from Monday onwards I want to just continue with other people because some candidates already completed. So tomorrow I have the class as usual at 5 o'clock, and please join with the new link, guys. And whatever the topics that are left over, as I explained you, right, that I'll complete it tomorrow. From Monday onwards, I'll start with the modifying of data types. That I'll start it from the Monday's class. From here, I'll start it on the Monday's class, guys. Tomorrow we'll complete off these 3 options, guys. Already we completed half of them. Tomorrow I'll complete remaining 2 here. Here there are 6 options are there. We'll also cover them, and the sorting option also tomorrow we'll complete of it, guys. Okay. That's it for the today's class. Just for today, I'll stop it here. We'll continue in the tomorrow's class, guys. Thanks all of you, guys.